Okay, hi class. It is Thursday morning, and I finally have some decent internet, so I can finally, I hope, send this to you. This is a pre-recorded message because I am double booked today, and I wanted to also make sure you got some message for me because you may not be able to see it, but we have another thunderstorm coming through here, so we've already lost power once. But the most important thing about this message today is, one, I am giving you no homework to do. I want you to just make sure you're caught up on all your work. I'm going to ask you to practice your pitch. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, what I mean by practicing your pitch. And also, I'm sending you a link for two classes, one today and one tomorrow, for career stuff. That I think that you guys should really do if you can. So this year we've been talking about, we started on the global, and then we've moved to looking at business culture, looking at communications, and now we're really at the final stretch. We're really getting into the personal part. And so we're talking about networking, which we talked about on Tuesday, and the two classes that will be going on that are done by the career services will be one about how to use LinkedIn. So we're talking about networking. Now you can take a class on LinkedIn. So I hope that you'll all link in to me because I've got a lot of connections. And also about, there's another class on interviewing, which I think will also be really beneficial. I want you, like I said, I don't want you to do any homework for me over this weekend. I want you to focus on Easter. If you were in class today, these are daffodils. Everyone would have gotten a daffodil, but since you're not, I get to keep all the daffodils. I want you, though, to be able to spend some time over this Easter weekend with friends and family. And I know that we're quarantining, but there are friends and there are family members who really want to hear from you. So this is the time, if you've got some time, pick up the phone, call your grandparents, call your aunts and uncles, just say hi. This is a really nice time to just sort of pause and reflect and reach out. And it's also a good time to think about, because we're talking about networking, think about who is in your network that that maybe needs a phone call, or that maybe needs just an email like, hey, how's it going? We will be continuing to work on this networking after Easter, and we're going to be talking about doing informational interviews, which we spoke about earlier. And remember, with the informational interviews, we're reaching out to learn information. It's not to get a job. It's to learn information. And with that, we're all going to have our pitch. So the pitch, I like to think about it as a bridge. I start with my introduction, and I sort of bridge over with the key information you need to know. And then I finish with why I'm contacting that person. So I begin with introducing myself. My name is Ann Jones. I'm a student at Davis-Nelkins College. What do you need to know about me? I have a background in art history and in corporate banking, and I want to take that experience to run my own business in West Virginia, and I'm hoping you can talk to me about how to start a business in West Virginia. So we always begin with, how do we introduce ourselves, where we're going, and then we bridge our introduction. If you can think about the bridge visually, it will help you in introducing yourself, whether you need to do a 5-second introduction or a 5-minute introduction. So I want you to think about that over this Easter break. Think about how you might introduce yourself, and you could even practice that when you're talking to family members and friends. Just say, hey, this is how I'm introducing myself. What do you think? So do those things. Like I said, just think about your pitch, practice your pitch, think about your networking, think about that circle of friends, and begin to draw out who is that circle of friends. Think about that T exercise, right? Who do you know and who can you connect them with? How can you be a connector? And I'll take the link. I've got 2 classes that I think will be really good for you guys that will be happening at 12:30. So they are overlapping, so you can do that in lieu of this class. One on interviewing, and tomorrow's is on LinkedIn, or it's the other way around. I'll have to check. But most importantly, I want you to have some peace over this weekend. Again, reach out to somebody who might need it. And I am going to be setting up small group meetings next week so we can all see each other's faces, because I miss you all very much. Thank you. Bye.